Welcome to Healthy by George. This is my YouTube channel where I want to make it your go-to destination for all things about health and wellness. So I'm dedicated to providing you this information and engaging content that will inspire you and help us go on our wellness journey in the best way that we can. I want you to know that this is for informational purposes only, and it should not be considered as medical advice, nor does it have anything related to my employer. So it's always best for you to check with your own medical provider before you do anything that I recommend or for any medical treatments. So please join me, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. And let's embark on this incredible journey to improve ourselves and our well-being. Hey, let's talk about sleep, baby. I said sleep. That's right, not sex, but sleep. Sleep is one of the most challenging things that I struggle with every day. And they're learning more and more that sleep is also critical for our health and well-being. Especially if you're on a weight loss journey like I am, sleep I'm learning is to be very, very important to get my 8 or 9 hours, but I'm not being very successful. I've always struggled with a little sleep, like I can't really turn it off at night by going to bed at by midnight or 1 or 2. I don't know. It's not something in my nature. I guess maybe because I was a performer, or I don't know, I get a second wind around 10 or 11 o'clock. It's a struggle. So I'm working on my sleep. And so what am I thinking about? And I'm sharing with you. Do you struggle with sleep? If you do, let me know what you're doing to help yourselves with sleep. So I'm working on making a ritual. What does that mean? Well, if I think about a certain time at night, like I'm trying to do this at 9:30, where I start to wind down, put away my cell phone, put away my laptop, either get a book or listen to some kind of a good Netflix story or something, just something to calm down. I can also, give myself some chamomile tea, or green tea sometimes before bed can help because it has something called, and I think it's an amino acid that's called L-theanine is found in green tea. There's also the drugs, or not drugs really. I always think of anything that's in a pill as a drug, which probably it is, except for sugar. It's not in a pill form, and it's a drug too. The addiction to sugar. But we're going to talk about that at another time. No, I take sometimes some melatonin. I always take some magnesium citrate because that really helps me as well. But, trying to find a way to have a ritual of sleep is very important. I know some people say if you take a hot shower, I try that sometimes to go before going to bed, take a hot shower, try and work to get yourself relaxed. Sometimes I use a little self-hypnosis tape, or there's some Calm. Calm has a lot of those like story time, sleepy time stories that you can use. But getting some good night's sleeps is really learning to be key. And so why is it important? Well, I think everyone knows that sleep kind of energizes you. It revitalizes you. It allows your body to repair and renew. And so we really need that sleep and that rest. And I don't think we are giving ourselves the opportunity to find ways to be more mindful about helping ourselves with sleep. The other key thing is to find out about when you wake up that you are looking into some good sunlight. Apparently, our body and our circadian rhythm is triggered by sunlight. When we were primitive animals, we probably rose with the sun and went to bed with the sun setting. So it's very key that when we wake up that we get some sunshine into our eyes first thing in the morning to kind of trigger our own circadian rhythms. It's very important, I think, for cortisol production in our hormones. That helps us get the body going. It's something that's key to our body being enthusiastic and motivated and energized is our cortisol levels. And the cortisol levels are triggered by sunlight. Sometimes you don't go outside very much. It means that you have a reduction in vitamin D, and your cortisol levels are not going to be going and flowing like they should. So I think you have to think about for yourselves How much are you working on during the day, making yourself active and moving and getting things up and going first thing in the morning so that you do optimize your day so that by the end of the day that you're able to figure out ways to get yourself into bed with something relaxing, making it calm. I know there are great products. Sometimes people say that if you put something, I think there are some great products that you can put on top of the bed that control the temperature, making it colder or warmer, and those can help you to sleep. Sometimes having some kind of a sound machine that makes waves or rain sounds or anything that's soothing to help you kind of turn off that inner mind that chatters about the things that we didn't get done or the things that we have to get done tomorrow. So how are you working on your sleep? I know for me, I'm working on doing some meditation before I go to sleep, drinking some tea, taking that hot bath. I aim for sleeping at the same time every day, 10:30. Try to get in the bed by 10:30. I may not go to bed right away, like fall asleep right away. I'm always so jealous of my partner. His head hits the pillow and he's passed out. I don't know how those people do that. It's such a challenge for me, frankly. So it's like, how do you get yourself to sleep? I think the other thing that helps people is creating that temperature. I think for me, and an atmosphere, maybe making it super dark in the room if that's what helps you. Or you can also talk about those apps. There's Calm. I think they're the ones that have the nighttime stories, and Headspace has some. But I think the key is that you have to be consistent. You have to prepare yourself for bed. You have to get those things that you find that work for you to help you get into that mind-body connection that it's time to go to sleep and that you're consistent. I know that's what struggle for me is that I haven't been consistent, but I have been recently. And so what I've seen happen is I'm able to wake up a little earlier, and that way I can get outside and get that bright sunshine first thing in the morning. So if I start my bedtime around 9:30, stopping everything, get the whole 9:30 to 10:30, my process of calming down, taking my hot shower, drinking my tea, just really doing things that are not about activating my mind and my creativity. That always gets me in trouble. But getting myself just to calm down and let go of everything that happened during the day. And maybe you need to make a list of what you've got to do tomorrow and then set it aside. Maybe that's what you do as part of your ritual. But I'll leave some notes in the comments below about how you can look at these different resources and how you can make things better for you when it comes to improving your sleep, making a ritual, and finding time for you to be intentional about how you're going to do your sleep patterns. Okay, join me again next time when we're going to talk about something very interesting, I'm sure. Talk to you later. Bye. So thank you so much for joining me at Healthy by George. I hope you found the information inspiring and that it encourages you on your wellness journey. Because remember, your body, your well-being are a most precious gift, and every tiny action taken daily can make a huge difference. I hope the information here is educational purposes and is not meant to replace your medical care. See your doctor and talk about what works for you. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continuing creating content that inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Goodbye for now, and join me again at the next Healthy by George.